Hello guys, so welcome back to this tutorial. From the previous tutorial, we just observed how the activity lifecycle works sa Android. And now we will be continuing our demonstration and we will be implementing moving from one activity to another. So since we want to move from one activity to another, we need to uh, create a new screen layout for our next activity and also um, create another class for the activity since each activity should have a screen layout and a activity class, no? So let's pause this for a while, stop the run, and let's code. So first, you need to go to resources. So let's start by creating our layout. So go to the layout folder and then right click new and then XML file. Then layout XML. So just call this activity next. So it just represents the next activity. And then you can put what kind of layout you want. So I'll just make it linear layout so that we don't have to uh, do complex layouting. So here we have the linear layout. Let's just put a text view here to display something. Maglagay lang tayo ng text view para mag-display na something. So required yung match parent. I mean required yung width and height whenever you put a widget or what we call um, uh, tawag dito, controls, yung mga input controls natin or view. So view group kasi ang tawag sa layout and then view naman tawag sa mga anything you see on the screen. So match parent ang width and then ang height is wrap content. So pag sinabi mo wrap content, susundan niya kung ano yung laman nung uh, text view. And then pag match parent naman, susundan niya yung parent container niya which is yung buong screen. No? So match parent, yan niya. So lagyan, let's just put, lagyan na lang natin siya ng konting ano no, arte. So border top, ay hindi border. So margin 100 dp. So dp means dp is a unit that pertains to your screen. So ano siya, density independent pixels means it will automatically resize kung ano yung screen size mo, no. So kung malaking screen mo, auto adjust na yung 100 dp. Ayan. And then let's Android text size, I think text size yun eh. So let's make this one 20 dp. Yan, para malaki yung text. And then let's put Android text is hello next. Ayan. So you can change the center. Ayan. So center lang natin siya. And you can search for the different attribute wherein you can change yung itsura ng text view natin. So for simplicity, kaya lang muna. And then let's create our Kotlin class for this one. So right click, punta kayo dun sa Java folder and then yung com project and then new Kotlin class since we are using Kotlin. The class name will be, I'll name it next activity. So the class doesn't have anything yet since we are implementing this one as an activity. So we need to extend it to the app-compat activity so that we can inherit all the needed methods. And then of course we need the onCreate. So you can just refer to your first activity and you can copy this one. And then make sure to double check the thing you copy paste, no? Because it will you need to import certain things such as this one. So let's go import this one. And then on create, calling on create next. Ayan. So since I'll just move demo, this one will be next so that we have a distinction. And then the layout that we will be calling is the activity next. No, so you change the layout here. Then that's it. We already have the new screen. What we need to do now is to move or implement our explicit intent. So explicit intent will allow us to move from the current screen, which is the main activity, to the next screen, which is the next activity. So to do that, let's create a button here. And so the user should click the button so that lilipat siya. So button will be what do you call this one? Match parent, then wrap content, then Android text will be next. Let's put next na lang. Then Android text size, sige, 20 dp. And then let's put margin top. So since we are implementing constraint layout, it doesn't work that way, no? So we may just revert this one to linear layout para mas madali. Since this is just a demo, so we can move this one to linear layout. Then since this is a linear layout, we don't need some of the attributes here. Context. We can also remove this one. So if you're implementing layout, you don't need linear layout. You don't need this attributes there. So hello world will be match parent, and then wrap content hello world. Next, text size, margin top only. So you can remove this one actually. Width is match parent, button, linear layout. So we have so let's remove this one first. Then we need to set the orientation, Android orientation, vertical, since this nakatayo siya. If you're using linear layout, usually you need to set the orientation. So let's put just margin top here para ano. Bumaba siya, no? Tapos dito rin. Margin top. 10 dp. Android text is equals to next. Ayan. So this is how your your main activity would look like. Tapos pag click ng next button, we will be moving to what do you call this? The next activity. So let's implement an action listener. So I'll implement it via XML, Android on click. And then, I'll call the method new or next activity. Next activity. So, we need to implement the method next activity. Ayan. In the main activity. So, here, since yung button na to, pag click through XML, kung tatawagin niya yung next activity na method, since kailangan niya tawagin yun, we need to put it sa code natin sa main activity Kotlin. So, sa baba ko na lang siya lalagay. So, function, next activity. Ayan. And then, yung current view natin. So, since di pa siya na import, at enter nyo lang. Tapos, what we need here is to move from to the next content, no? Pag click natin siya, mag-run tong button na to. And what we need to do is pag nag-run tong method na to, pag click mo yung button, mag-run tong method na to. And then pag nag-run tong method na to, we need to move to the next activity, which is the next activity. So, ang gagawin natin is gagawa tayo ng intent. So, you need to call the intent class, and then this is kung saan siya magagaling. And then, yung papunta niya, yung next parameter. So, import natin yung intent. Ayan. So, ang pupunta natin is si next activity. Ayan. Tapos, you just put class .java. Ayan. So, automatic, pag click natin siya, pag-create muna tayo ng intent. So, hindi pa lilipat yon dito. So, kung gusto mo lumipat sa kabilang intent, you need to call the start activity method. And then, papasa mo yung intent na ginawa mo. Ayan. So, this will allow you, ito yung method na yun, na mag-move from current screen to the next screen. Or from the main activity going to the next activity. Ayan. So, since na-code na natin siya, pag-click yung button, tatawagin niya to, and then mag-create ng intent, then mag-start activity, lilipat na siya ng screen. So, pero bago natin siya i-run, we need to update our manifest.xml dito. So, every activity, or lahat ng kinocode natin should be documented here. So, if you need Wi-Fi, lalagay din siya dito, Wi-Fi access, etc. So, since we need to have a we need to have a we are implementing a new activity, no? So, pag nag-implement tayo ng new activity, kailangan natin i-update yung manifest.xml and ilagay natin yung activity na yon. So, yung activity dito na tag is for the launcher. So, what we need to do is to create another activity tag. And then, nalagay lang natin yung Android name. Tas yung class. Ayan. And that's it, no? I think we're ready to move to the next screen. Ayan. So, let's try to run this one. Sana walang error. Ayan. So, having problems na naman siya with the emulator. I'll stop muna. Stop all. Then, cancel muna natin lahat. Ayan. Then, play ulit. Launching up naman na dito. So, let's wait. Ayan, so nag-run na siya. And so, I'm having problems lang with my, emulator. Ayan, so I'll X this one para makita niyo. Ay, di muna. So, demo. So, nag-on create, on start, and on resume. Nakita niyo nag-update, nandiyan yung next button. So, pag click ko yung next, since lilipat siya ng new screen, ayan, On resume, on pause, on stop. Since doon pa siya sa background. So, pag nag-back tayo, ayan, mag-on start lang siya. On restart, start, and resume. So, check naman natin yung kay next, no? Ayan. So, since di natin kinode yung ibang activity niya, pag on create lang siya, no? Ayan. Pag back, hindi natin siya kinode lahat eh. So, we cannot see yung logs niya. So, you can code also the callback method from our main activity to the next activity for you to observe yung nagiging ano niya, flow. And if you want to kill a certain activity, kunyari, pag click nyo to, magko-close siya, may close button kayo, ganun. You can call the finish, tawag dito, method or yung function. No? Yung finish function will kill the activity. Ayan, process. So, that's all for this demo. I hope you learn something, no? From one activity going to the next activity. So, yung next natin is how to uh, pass a value from the current activity going to the next activity. Ayan.